Hi guys, let's do a quick video on how to write an inequality. And writing an inequality is very similar to graphing one. We're just going to do the problem in reverse. So for our first problem, we have our number line, and the first thing we always start with is the variable. The variable is always first. So I'm always going to start with my variable. Next step is to see where is my graph starting. So at what number is the point on the graph and at what point is it starting? So in this case, it looks like my graph is starting at -1. So I'm going to leave some space and put in -1. So now I need to find the relationship between them. Let's see which way the arrow is pointing. That tells us whether it's less than or greater than. It looks like all of the numbers are above -1. And if I look at the arrow at the end, or I draw an arrow in the direction that it's pointing, you can see, oh, it's the same symbol I'm going to use, greater than. X is greater than, or bigger than -1. Then you need to check, is it going to be an open or closed dot? Remember, it's a closed dot. If it's a closed dot, then you need something at the bottom, something extra at the bottom. If it's an open dot, there's nothing at the bottom. So this is X is greater than or equal to -1. Let's try another one together. First thing you do is, that's right, start with your variable. And you can use any variable. I'm just going to use A this time just to show you it doesn't matter what letter we use. Then the next step is going to be, that's right, let's figure out what number our graph starts at. 11. So we know that there's a relationship between A and 11. Now we need to see what that relationship is. If I just look at the graph, I can kind of see that all of the numbers that are included in my graph are below or smaller than 11. So chances are it's less than. But let's double check by looking at the arrow on the end. You see how it actually forms a less than symbol? Or if I draw an arrow in the direction it's going, it makes a less than symbol. So I know it's going to be less than. Then I need to check, is it open or closed? If it's open, if there's nothing in the circle, there's nothing at the bottom. If there's something in the circle, there's something at the bottom. So A is less than 11. All right, let's try the next one on your own. Give you a second, you can pause the video. So let's see how you did. Hopefully, you started with your variable, which should always be the first thing that you write. We always put our variable first. Then we're going to find where our graph starts. It's starting at 6. So X is going to be related to 6. And it looks like they're all below the number 6, or less than 6. See the head of the arrow making the sign? And because the circle has something in it, we have to have something at the bottom of our sign, less than or equal to. How about this one? This one, you should have had X and -18 are related, and X is greater than 18, but not equal to, because it's an open dot, so nothing in the circle, nothing in the bottom. X is greater than -18. So remember, when you're solving, first your variable, figure out where the graph starts, determine the direction, and whether it has an open or closed dot.